Uh, yes, Vikram, it's recording.
Yeah. So here we seen the eval function, exe function. What was the difference between eval and exe?
So, yeah, in eval, we should not give any sensitive data
Mm-hmm.
because it displays the output. But in execute, we can give you sensitive data because it only executes at the back end.
The return type is not there, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So we'll see the next topic and that like the arguments of the function. Okay.
yeah.
So what could be the different functional argument inside the Python? So what we are going to see? We are going to see the uh, Python function argument. Okay, with different types. What the different types it is available. So the types may be also
Yeah.
differ, right? So how it is differ that we are going to see the syntax and other things, the examples for each and every functions. Okay. So what actually this argument? What is the function? How we can give the argument to this one? So previously also we have seen couple of the functions, right? How we are passing the arguments. Hope you remember the
Yeah.
things or not.
Yes,
How to
yes,
define the function? So we have the syntax,
def.
right?
Okay.
So def,
Yes.
then function,
Any name which we want. Yes.
yeah, function name in this parameter, and then it will have the statements
It's
that it is going
yes,
to execute, right?
yes.
Whether it is returning the things or not, that is the secondary matter, but this is the syntax. So here, how many arguments we are
Vikram,
having
I
into
can't hear you, Vikram. It's all disturbing.
now?
Yeah, now it's okay.
Okay, and let me know. Okay. So the thing is that
Yeah, sure.
how many arguments we are having into this function?
The like only one, like def.
No, that argument I'm asking.
Okay.
This is the name of the function, right? In this one, what the parameter you
Yeah.
will pass, that will be your argument. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So here totally we have the zero argument.
Yes.
Right? We are not giving any argument. Arguments means suppose you have the functions to define. Uh, Let me give you the example itself. Yesterday, suppose you have the add method, right?
Yeah.
And this will be like the syntax to print a plus b. Now, if you execute this line and if you are calling this add method, okay, but a and b, where is this a and b, right? You
We
didn't
need to give
specify.
it.
So you can directly take that a and b inside this parameter, inside the function itself, okay, like this,
Yeah.
okay. And now
Yeah.
if you are calling this add, it will, what it did,
We need to give A and B in the add brackets in the second input.
a and b, what I have given. No, no,
Here,
like,
yeah, there you can give 10 comma to 20. It will directly assign to A and B, I think.
not like that. I'm telling over here. Wait, let me cross check it out. What it is getting, why it is getting. Yes. So the reason is that this A and B, right? And we
Yes.
are giving it and we are trying to print it.
Hmm.
So one is detected, yes. Okay. What you can do, let me just modify this function with a comma b as the parameter, then print a plus b, and from this one I'll get this as the, so this is the way of the parameterized function.
Yes.
Okay, so this is an example of the which type of the function with arguments. These a and b are the arguments,
Yeah.
okay, which we are passing. I will try to define another function. Def add one. Okay, so what is the difference
Yeah.
between these two functions?
In the first one, we gave argument,
Mm-hmm.
and in the second one, like we directly gave it a statement to print it.
Mm-hmm. I will define one more function. Okay,
Yeah.
what is happening over here? See, I'll explain you the
The
things.
screen is stuck.
Is it stacked?
Okay. Yeah.
So in this one,
Yeah. It is
uh,
good, Vikram.
so this function a and b, the argument, it is simply printing inside the
Yeah.
result is
Yeah.
printed inside the function itself. Okay, this function is not
Yeah.
returning anything. How to check?
We got 30 right, Vikram.
So 30 is coming from this printf statement, right? But whether it
Yeah.
is returning or not, how we can check it out? We can check like this one.
Mm.
Means if this add function is there, right, and with the two arguments, and it is executing the things over here, and it is printing. But this function is in
Yeah.
after execution, whether
Mm.
it is returning something or not, right? If it is returning something, that value will be stored inside this result, correct?
Yeah.
And then we will try to print.
Vikram, I can't hear you, Vikram. There is disturbance.
Still, it is same or how it is?
There was all resound. It is the same, Vikram. I'm getting resound.
My sound or yours? Hello.
Like when you're talking, I'm getting it like two or three times resounded.
Oh, wait. Why it is happening? Because I put one earphone also on my neck, and it. How about now?
Yeah, it's good, Vikram.
Actually, one other earphone has to my neck, and it was also working. Okay,
Yeah.
so the result is like this one. So if we execute this, right,
Mm.
and if the function is returning something, that value will be stored inside result, and that we
Yeah.
can print it, right?
Yeah.
If it is returning, then it will give you some value. But what it is doing,
None.
it is not returning anything. It is simply
Yeah.
executing the task on top, and that's all. Okay.
Yeah.
So because of that, it is none. We'll come to this add to. Here it is not printing anything. It is returning the value to add to. Okay. So add to 20 and 10. Whenever you are passing, it will return you the output. and that output will be stored over here in the result value. Okay,
Yeah.
and that you can be able
Yeah.
to print it. You can see the here the result
Yeah.
is 30 from the print statement. Whether you need to cross verify whether this result is from here or from here, right?
Mm. Uh,
This is the syntax, correct?
yeah.
Fine. It means that the
Yeah.
output you are getting from the previous one. So this function is with argument with return, with argument and return type, correct?
Yeah.
This function without argument, no return type.
Yeah.
So this is the one of the example of the two different types of the functions. Same function, but
Yeah.
two different behavior. Got it?
Yeah, Vikram.
Hello? So the Python functions are with types. So one is with a type and another is without type. Actually, what is happening? Hello.
Yeah. Yes, Vikram.
Actually, I came to notice, and here there is election is going on, and because of that, a lot of the sound is
Yeah.
the roadside with the high volume. So that may be the one of
Yeah.
the reasons sometimes it will hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, anyhow,
Yeah.
for another 2 and 3 days we need to talk that like this.
Yeah.
So this is the way to give the arguments to a function, right? Now you can
Okay.
keep what are the different types of the argument that we need to think over here, right? This is the topic for
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
So the things like default argument. If you are not writing anything, what will be the default argument? How you will print it?
Like
How
we'll
you,
give it in the next statement of that.
yeah, so
Like for
that
example, here in add one, we didn't give any argument,
mhm.
but in the below one, we gave arguments.
Yeah. So I'll show you one more function. Okay. And this will print you the some value.
Yeah.
Hello. And we will talk on that. Wait for this to be executed. So welcome. What you got? We are
Hello.
simply executing the things from the print, right? But what I
Yeah.
want, whenever I'm calling this welcome, I should give some name. Okay. Suppose I
Mm.
am passing the name as the Nikhil, and that will be taken and it will be printed over here. Hello, comma Nikhil. So that
Mhm.
I can be able to do it by hard coding, right? But I don't want to hard code, right?
Okay.
Because names is going to be changed for every time. Names
Yeah.
name is going to change
In.
for my case, your case. So what I'll do, I'll pass only the names over here. Whatever I will pass, that should be taken over here.
Okay.
Then how we can achieve that one?
Uh, in the welcome argument, we can give like first we can give a comma, then we can hard encode it.
Suppose I am giving the name as an argument over here. That name I need to pass from here, right?
Yeah.
We'll modify step by step. And that true name I want to print over here. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not completed. So don't get confused till now. What we got?
Name is not defined.
Because this name is getting override by this one. But where is this defined? Till now we
Yeah.
didn't define, right?
Yes.
Forget about that caps and other things. So we are passing that name as the Nikhil.
Yeah.
That is going to be overridden over here. If you want, you can just check whether it is coming to this line or not, right? This Nikhil will override this value, right?
Yeah. But
So yeah, so I'm telling you how to check. You can see this Nikhil is coming from this print name, right? Means
yeah,
the in the name value Nikhil is coming, but how to print over here? That is the concern now.
we gave it in the braces, so it prints as it is.
Okay, so you want to give outside of the press
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah. Yes.
It is coming, right?
Yes.
Now further we'll modify this something. So it is giving the value and it is printing. Okay.
Yeah.
Suppose I don't want to give the name, then what it should print?
Uh,
Because I'm giving the name and that is overriding over and that is getting printed.
yes.
Next time this function will be as it is. I will not give any name. What will happen in that case?
It will say name is not defined.
Like this. It is
Yeah.
saying that welcome is expecting
Name
one
is not.
parameter but it is not found.
Yeah.
Then what changes is required?
We need to get. Oh.
So means some default things should be present.
Yeah.
If the value is passed, then that is going to be override. If it is not passed, then the default one is getting printed. Like that we have to do, right?
Yeah, Vikram. Equal to-
So if you are passing any value from here in the welcome, that will override this one.
Okay.
But if you are not passing, this value will be taken. Let's execute. We'll see whether it is working or not.
Yeah.
Got the thing?
Yes.
So this is your default value.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
Now got the point? Got seen the difference, right?
Yes. Okay.
If you give the value, that will override over here. If you are not giving, by default, this value is going to be printed.
Yes.
And this default value, whatever we are seeing over here, what is this default value? It is
It
the
is
argument to this function, right?
welcome. Yeah.
So this type of function is known as default arguments in function. This is the default argument,
Yeah.
right? And this function is the function with default argument. Got it?
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Any doubt or it's clear?
It's clear.
Okay. So suppose what I'll do, I'll define one more function. Add 4 or 5 something like, because we have already add, or we can give the same name also. There is no confusion over there. What it should do, return a plus b. Okay. And for this one,
Okay.
a comma b, we need to give
Yeah.
and I'll call from here with 20 comma 30. It is giving the output, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
So if what happen if I'll remove one value from this one, whether this function will work?
No, because it is expecting 2.
2, right?
Yes.
What happen if I'll give one more?
Mhm. It will execute 50. Okay.
No, right? Because the
Yeah.
syntax of this add method is with three parameters, and here only two parameters are
Yeah.
defined, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes you will feel that you have to add only two numbers, and for that you have to write the what function. So you can write it,
Okay.
and you will
Yes.
make use of that functions into the 100 times in your program. Now the
Yeah.
requirement got changed. Sometimes it will ask two
Mhm.
parameters, sometimes it will ask three parameters, sometimes it will ask four parameters, right?
Yeah.
So you are
Mhm.
not going to write a different functions for each and every case, correct?
Mhm.
Because add
Yes.
method, why you should define four different ways if there is a possibility that the single add method can perform the four different types of the jobs based on the input what you are giving. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
what you can do now, so here only two parameters there, right?
Mhm.
We'll see the case. In this case it is giving us the error because this function
Yeah.
definition is for the two parameters.
Yeah.
I will tell that even though if the function is getting called with one parameter,
Yeah.
this one, it should
Mhm.
execute it. Default value will be set to 0, or you can set any value.
Yeah.
What happened where it went?
Not default argument follows default.
Hmm. That we have to talk, right?
Mhm.
We have to talk that what it is coming and why it is coming. What it is saying? Add missing one required position argument B. It means it is not working correctly, right?
Yeah.
Then what changes we have to do over here that it should work?
Mm.
Think on this one.
Follows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It says that the default argument should not be at first.
So that is the error. By that you can be able to think think a little more.
Mm. And here we gave 20 as A, and
No,
we didn't give B, but we
we
didn't
did
specify what,
yeah.
like what it should do when we don't give B. Like we didn't give any
So
alternate value at the
if
first function.
what we can do now, it is giving us the error, right? We can give the
Yeah, we
value
can
like this
give B
and
is 0. Yeah.
let's see because the 20 we are passing over here that is not
Mm.
recognized whether it is A or whether it is B, right?
Oh.
Because you are giving a single value, so this 20 is going to be copied into which one, A or B?
Uh-huh.
It doesn't know, right?
Yeah,
What happened?
it is executed. 20. Yeah.
You got it, right?
But
So,
now how does it know that it should take A instead of B?
yeah, so by default, the first and the value will be copied to the first argument itself.
Okay.
Now, what you can do,
So like in the def function, we can give A and B equal to 0, like that also, no, Vikram?
that we have to see now. So A
Okay.
is not given, B equal to 0, and we are passing 20 and 10.
Yeah.
So B is 0, and that is overridden by this 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now what we can do, you was telling like this one, right?
Yeah.
Correct? Both are
Yeah.
default value and that are getting override by this one.
Now, if I want to take out 20, can I use it like comma 10? Just
This one?
no, no. I just want to give B instead of A. So can I write it like add braces open comma 10 braces close? Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah. Will it take a B like that? No. Okay.
Because before comma, it is expecting something that you didn't give him. First should not be blank in any case.
Okay. Yeah.
Here also you have seen, right?
Yeah.
First cannot be blank.
Yeah.
Now you can do like this one. Second is blank, it's working fine, right?
Yeah.
But first cannot be blank. Because if you are giving the blank, it will take that something the garbage value by default something. And for that,
Yeah.
it can take anything. And by default, Python is working with a string type, right? So it will give
Yeah.
you the error. Got it?
Yeah. Vikram.
Okay. Now, this one you don't have any confusion over here, right?
No, no confusion.
No confusion, it's fine. So this is one of the way to provide the default function inside Python. Yes,
Yeah.
function with default arguments. Got it?
Yeah.
Because you are having only one number and you want to add it, and you have to make use of this function itself. How you can do it? You can give the default value, right? So that is going to be
Yeah.
added every time.
Okay.
But this argument cannot be more than what the number of the
Two.
arguments you have defined inside over here, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it will give you the error. Here it can be more in the definition, but in the calling it should be same or
Yeah.
less. We'll see by modifying this one. C equal to, we have already seen, that is not mandatory now.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
So C is
Yes.
by default taking the 0. So what is our next type? This is the fixed
Mm,
type of the argument we are giving inside the Python, right? Suppose you are
yeah.
having one list, okay, that list contains anything. A equal to, this is the list, right? And
Yeah.
inside this you can have the lot of the values, like 1 comma 4 comma 2 comma 8 comma 60 comma 43, like that random value you are having, okay.
Okay.
And what happen if I'll pass this a as the argument inside my function? Whether there is a possibility, if yes, how, if no, why not? We need to think
Like
about
you will pass this into the welcome.
it. Leave at it. We'll define new function now.
Okay.
Okay, what it will do, print what it should print.
A.
Mm, you mean to say like this one,
Uh, um,
like this?
like that means we should give only the values that are present in no Vikram.
So see, a is not a single value, right?
Yeah.
It is the list 1, 4, 2, 6, 8, 60, 43, something like that. And that list itself you are passing into the function as the argument. Got it?
Yeah.
So if we execute this one, what will be the result?
We'll get all the elements of A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any possibility like how we can give the things into another format?
Mm,
So suppose I want because this is the Jupyter notebook, so you are getting the
yeah,
output, right? There may be
yeah.
a chances that sometimes this value you are not able to see it. Only one value you can be able to see it, right? There may be question
Okay.
why it is happening like that then.
Oh,
So because this A you are simply passing and you are printing this A, correct?
yes.
I want to make some changes inside
Okay.
this one.
Mm-hmm.
What we can do for I in where
Range of A.
A,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
range. A is
Yeah.
already this one that collection type,
Yes.
right? Now,
Print I.
whatever the A you will give,
Mm-hmm.
every value is getting iterated and it will print,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Because we have given inside the loop.
Yeah.
See the difference?
Yes.
Earlier you were getting a single line. Why? Because it is printing the exact copy of the list itself. It is not iterating one by one. It is printing the list. This definition is for printing the list only, right? But now you
Yes.
can see you have iterated the value of I from 0 to
Mm-hmm.
the number of the elements which is present inside this A. Because of that only it is printing one by one into the separate new lines.
Yeah.
If there in difference is clear, right?
Yes, yes, okay.
Now suppose this is the list. You want the sorted form of this one at the output.
Mm-hmm.
How we can do it?
In the cal function, instead of A, can we give sort A? No, in the when we are calling the function, can we do that?
See both the approach. This was your first approach, right?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
What you got?
No. Invalid syntax. Just,
Argument can be anything, but
mm,
not some function because
okay.
this sorted will it is not working over here, right?
Yeah.
So first condition is failed.
Mm,
You can try by giving over here. Okay, correct.
yeah.
Make sure that in Jupyter, whatever you are doing, any changes you have to execute that line, otherwise it will not work.
Okay. Yes.
So here you can see it is working, correct?
Yeah.
Is there any other possibility that by which we can be able to like get the same output?
In print option, in the for loop, uh,
Mm-hmm.
in print option, we can give sort.
Here,
Yeah.
like this you was telling.
Yes. Uh, int object is not durable.
Why this error you are seeing over here?
Uh,
Because the I which you are getting first
yes.
time you will get only one value, right?
Yes.
First time I is 0, so you will get only one value, right?
Mhm.
And you
Yeah.
are telling that you need to sort it. So
Okay.
how the single value is going to be sorted? It is not
Yeah.
knowing. Because of that only you
Yes.
can see the highlighted line number 3.
Yes.
Inside the print
Yes.
statement it is declaring the thing. For sorting it need to do the comparison between the two things, right?
Yeah.
But it is getting only one thing. So this approach will also not work.
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Then what to do?
Mm, star. It it did not iterate here, no, because it is
It is,
giving the same copy of A which we gave it.
yes, it is not iterating now. Then how we can change by sorting it? Is there any possibility? Is there any possibility?
Uh, no, like again, we can give it in the calling option and 59 input with the same old way we did it.
Yeah. Then what is the meaning of this star over here?
Mm,
It is not
I
related to sorting.
okay.
See, if you give directly A, it will know that there is only one argument, right?
Okay.
Sometimes, whenever you are calling this one next time with the two parameters, what will happen then?
Vikram, I can't hear you, Vikram. It is all resounding.
Now also it is it,
Still, it is like that only, Vikram.
let me know. Once again, checking it.
Hello.
Yeah. Is it same or how it is?
Now, again, it is the same, Vikram.
Now, disturbing or it's clear?
Yeah, this is good, Vikram.
Sometimes maybe here the network is not so good. So like I was talking over here, I made one changes into this one. Now the
Yeah,
cal function and there is no
yeah,
star, right?
yeah.
Whenever I am calling this cal a and one, what it is saying?
Use one position argument, but two argument. Yeah, because only we gave it as it takes one argument.
Mm-hmm. What happened now?
No, it is also taking the second argument that we gave it.
Well, by if you give this a star, it will
Yeah,
come to know that there may be one, zero,
or more.
or more than one argument.
Okay.
Okay, you can't tell
Yeah,
that there is a single argument. So that is the use of the star mark.
yeah,
That is the arbitrary number of the arguments. It may vary.
yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so this is the syntax for the function. Function with the argument types. We have seen the part of the example of the recursion function. Hope you remember.
Yes.
What example we have seen?
So for iteration, we have seen for
Mm-hmm.
and
Factorial.
yeah, factorial. Okay.
Factorial example we have seen, right?
Recursion. Yeah, factorial and this one.
Which one?
For recursion, we have seen factorial example,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and for any regular iteration, we can use for loop.
We'll see one more example. Okay.
Yeah.
Like suppose you have to find the sum of the first n elements in numbers. N is not fixed. N may
Okay.
be 1, n may be 100, right? How we
Yeah.
can do it? We'll give the name like sum of n numbers. See, if I'll give directly all the words combined together, it will be a little difficult to understand, right? Because of
Yes,
that,
yeah.
I have given this meaningful name separated by the underscore.
Yeah.
So what this is the function name, and what it will take as argument.
Mm-hmm.
What it will take argument?
N.
N.
Mm.
Okay. And after that, what it will do?
Return
Return.
n number. But we exactly don't know how many numbers we are going to give now.
Yes, because of that n is there, right?
Yeah.
We have to make use of the recursion.
Yeah. So we can use if we can't use this like factorial now, Vikram, because in factorial the last number that we multiply will be 1, but in sum we can't say like that.
So suppose the number is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
N value is 5, right? So the number will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah. Okay. Sum equal to if n equal to n. Uh,
There is a clue now.
n minus
Is it
1.
doing the factorial or how it is?
It is not doing a factorial.
No, means it is
It is
it is a recursive function, right?
yeah.
Because the same function is there and it is getting called returning the same function. If it is
Yeah.
5, it will be here 4. If it is 4, so n minus 1, 4, it will come over here with the 4, right?
Yes.
Next time. And then it will be
Yeah.
3. Then 3 will come over here. It will become 2. 2 will come over here. It will become 1.
Okay.
It will come over here like this.
Yeah.
So I'll show you some more changes into this one. So suppose this is the function, okay?
Mhm.
And you are calling this function with a number value as a 5.
Yeah.
We need to store somewhere, or we can directly make use the print statement. And don't get worried about the errors. We'll solve this one. It is executing this stage. Now what it is saying the error?
Maximum recursion depth exceeded.
So why it is saying like this?
It is not knowing when to stop.
Whether it will affect any change?
So n plus 5 plus 4. Mm.
What more changes is required over here? Because it is executing, right? But where to stop, it
Yeah.
doesn't know, right?
Yeah.
Whether it should go stop at 1, 0, or minus. No condition has been given over here.
Yeah.
We'll put one condition over here. This is one condition. And you can see this first return is inside if, right? But second return
Yeah.
is inside the function.
Yeah.
This return will return the final value of this function.
Yeah.
What you got? Something you got.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is correct. 5
Yes.
plus 4, 9 plus 3, 12 plus 2, 14 plus 1,
15, yeah.
15, right? 15 plus 6, 21, right?
Yeah.
Correct. So value you are getting 21 plus 7,
28.
28. So it's
Yeah.
working as per the expected.
Yes.
So now we can see we can make use of the recursion over here or not, right?
Yeah.
By recursion, we have executed this one.
Okay.
Another and last example for the recursion we will see now. Then we have the some other topics to get covered. Okay.
Yeah.
So that example I talked that is known as Fibonacci series.
Fibonacci series. Yeah.
What is what is that series?
It should look the same from left to right, right to left.
No, it will be like this one. 0, it will take the two parameters first, 0 and 1.
Okay.
So third element will be the sum of the previous two.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the next element?
2,
Next,
3, 3,
next,
5, 8. Okay.
like this, it will go on
Uh,
till the
yeah.
limit, whatever the limit
Yeah.
you have
Okay.
provided.
Okay.
So this is a Fibonacci series, and it will ask you one limit. Limit will be integer type only, right?
Yeah.
We have given it. Now, this is not the number, it is the limit. Means how many elements
Yeah.
you have to print it. So this is, if you are giving the limit as the 2, only these two values will be printed. Limit as the 3, first 3 will be printed. Limit will be 4, this 4 will be printed. Got it?
Yeah.
That n is the number of the elements you want to print, not the like 15 and 16. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is n. So there is a condition. If you see this one, it is saying if the value, if
N
the
is.
n is equal to 2, right?
Yeah. Yes.
It will by default it will give you the 0 and 1 only. No changes.
Yeah.
We'll put that condition over here. If n, n is equal to 2, what it should return?
0, 1.
And we are already having the n value as a itself. So we will not write the return 0 and 1 over here. We'll leave it as the blank.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how the Fibonacci series should print the numbers?
Return. Return n plus n minus 1.
This will be the final statement, right?
Okay.
But before this, whether it required any other statement also. If you look closely, we didn't
Yeah.
tell this program that you have to return the previous two and form the third, right? We didn't tell this function.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to tell it, right?
Yeah.
So before this line itself, Fibonacci itself, we need to tell. Correct?
Yeah.
How to tell then? We need two variables now, right?
Yes.
Is it? We require two variables to store the two numbers. Clear or not?
Yeah. Yeah. Vikram.
And we have to initialize that values also. But till now we didn't initialize. We will initialize now. So A and B will be the two values. Okay.
Yeah.
And it has to take some third value also, where it should store the results, right?
Yeah.
And if you see this output, the third variable is not containing a single value. It is containing the list of the value. Am I correct?
Yeah.
If suppose if I am storing this into the result,
Mhm.
so result is the list, not a single value, right?
Yeah.
So what we can do now, we'll take one more variable.
Result.
Sorry for this spelling mistake, and that will be not a single value. It will be the list, but number of the elements we don't know, right?
Yeah.
It can be anything.
The number should be equal to n, right, Vikram?
Mm,
Like the total should be the number of n is the
yeah,
number of
yeah. So
it repeats.
that is the number. But
Yeah.
why to specify if we are keeping it as a blank, right?
Okay.
By default, it will add it. We are not telling
Okay.
this that you have to take the three numbers, four numbers itself. And here we have not initialized this A and B also.
Yeah.
So what we can do, uh, wait, this we can take outside. Okay, all the
Outside of the
declaration
function.
we can take outside. Correct.
Yeah.
And here A 0 and this is the result. In one liner, we have to initialize the A and B. We have to give the value over here like this one, right?
Yeah.
This 0 will be A, 1 will be B, this blank list will be the result. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Fine, na? There is no confusion, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's clear. Now, initial value. First, we have told if the n is 2, it should return. But what it should return? Suppose if it
Uh,
is returning the some value as the result itself, right? But what is
yeah.
the content inside the result? Nothing,
Yeah.
right? Nothing is there, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So we need to uh, initialize it. How we can initialize? In the result, this is the list, right?
Yeah.
By default, we will store the first two values because
Yes.
third is going to be the calculator on the first two
Sum of.
itself.
Yeah.
Yes. So first two, we will directly add it. Whatever the value of A and B is there, that we can add it. And how
Okay.
to add the value inside the list? We have the
Yeah.
append method.
Okay.
Initially it is blank,
Mm.
right? In that it is going to append A.
Mm.
It's not so difficult, I'll tell you, because it is simply increasing the length. So this is the blank list, right?
Yeah.
In that you have appended, means the content is blank. In that append A, value of A will be added. Next time B
Yeah.
value will be also added. So in this result, 0 and 1 is present now. Got it? Hello?
Yeah, Vikram.
In this result, 1 and 2 is
Yeah.
present.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got that, Vikram.
Now, so suppose this is the function. It's not completed. We'll execute this one. Okay. And we'll see the error. What error is giving us. I want first 5 element. Got it?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
If we execute this one, nothing is, it is printing, right? Why?
Yeah. We did not give it a return option.
That is the
Like
point.
what to return?
Yes. So this function def, what it has to do? It has to
It has
return
to
something.
return some value.
Which value it will return?
Uh, Fibonacci n minus one.
No, it will return the result. Whatever the value is getting added, that is going to be returned. This is the final
Okay.
list which is having that value, right? Now we will again
Yeah.
execute it. We got
0.
something. The first two values, right?
Yeah.
That is present inside that list.
Result.
But
Yeah.
we didn't, till now, we didn't tell this program that you have to add the first two to form the third. We
Yeah.
didn't tell, right?
Mm-hmm.
How to tell them?
Mm.
Come over here,
Yeah.
and we need to tell what will be the new value of A, what will be the new value of B, right?
Okay.
First time it is 0 and 1.
Mm.
What will be the next time? It will have the value.
Yes.
So I will reinitialize this one inside this function A and B.
Okay.
Because if you look closely over here, first time these two values is present, right?
Yeah.
This is A, this is B. What will be the new value of A?
1. It's
1.
A plus B.
And what will be the new value of B?
Again, B
1.
plus the new one.
A plus B, right? Correct.
Yeah.
So what you told, that's the same thing I will write it. A will become B and B will become A plus B, right?
Yeah.
That the same thing you also mentioned, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll execute this one and we'll see the changes. Okay. So what the error we are getting, that we need to think on this one.
A
Local variable B referenced before assignment.
before assignment.
So here we are making use of this B, but this A and B, whatever it is present over here, right?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
not present inside this function. And in last session we have seen
Okay.
something which is present inside this function will be
Mm.
private to this one, local to this one.
Yeah.
How we can tell that this A and B is not local, it is a global one. Local means within a particular function, global means anywhere throughout the application. How we can tell this one?
Mm.
No idea?
No.
Okay. For this, we have to make use of the keyword global. See the color. You are seeing the
Yes.
color?
Yes.
Write global A, comma B like this one. So now
Okay.
earlier it was local, now it has become global.
Mm-hmm.
We are telling this function that A and B are the global variables, right? Means it will check this now.
Okay.
If you will not tell this is the global, it will search A and B somewhere here only.
Okay.
Still something is missing. At least we are not getting the error, but
Mm.
we are not getting the function also. Expected output also we are not getting. What the more changes is required? Are you able to figure it out?
Uh, 4. And,
One more thing you need to think over here. What is that thing? See here, you are changing the value of A and B, right?
yeah.
By appending the previous. But whether you are adding that to list,
No.
we are only printing the first two only, right?
Yeah.
That we need to add inside that list. And what we need to add inside this one?
Append B and A plus B.
Only B, right? And that variable B is only A plus B.
Okay.
Is it? See here,
Okay.
B is A plus B.
Yeah.
What you got?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, the changing it's some more, right? We are able to generate it, correct?
Yes.
Fine.
Yeah.
Now I hope that you can understand what is the local variable and what is the global variable.
Yeah.
Purpose of this one, this example is to show you that not to write the P1 key series code.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you can do, you can try to execute these things. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see the next topic.